Right, it's Louise here. I haven't done a video for quite a while now, but I just feel it's time to start doing some more videos. Please stay with me. If you're transitioning and you're transgender and you're struggling with being clocked or you feel being clocked all the time, this will hit with you. So please stay tuned. And for anybody that is just interested in listening to this, because I started to transition in June 2017. My transition is finished. I fully medically transitioned in every way, shape possible. So here we are to talk about this. I feel I pass 99.99% of the time. I live and breathe and move and exist in society as the way that you see me now. Apart from at work, I'm in a uniform. Right? A kind of a uniform. I'm not going to talk about where I work or what I do because I'm on social media and I don't want to do that. No names involved or anything like that. So, I decided to transition all those years ago. Received lots of harassment, victimization, discrimination, bullying, and all these kind of things when I first started transitioning all them years ago. Now I'm at a point where I feel as though I pass, and it feels completely wild to even state that because I never thought I'd get to this position. But I've done everything I possibly can to pass. Now, if you're a trans person, if you're transitioning, you want to pass. Despite what anybody thinks, I believe that most people want to pass because it makes life in society so much easier. If you're not getting hassled by other people. Despite what cis people may look like, cis women, obviously I'm talking from the women's perspective now. What they may look like, I know for a fact that some cis women, they look blokey. It's a fact. But my aim has always been, from day one, to try and pass as female in society by watching many, many different aspects, physical shapes of females, women in society. How they walk, how they move, how they act, how they talk, absolutely everything. I've had to copy these dynamics and learn to adapt them to myself in the way that gives me my own character. Right throughout my transition, suffering heavily along the way. Many hiccups, many failings, until I found my own unique identity as a female, be it trans, female in society. And I class myself as a transsexual because I have, like I say, medically transitioned in every way, physically, mentally, that I possibly can. Costing me the earth, by the way, in many respects. But that's what I've had to do. And it's been highly worth it. So 99.99% of the time, I believe I do pass. Like this morning, I had to put new tyres on my car. I had to go into a garage where it was basically male dominated. There's 5 guys working in there this morning. Got a new tyre fitted on my car. I was in the same place again 2 weeks ago to get another one put on my car. And there was no misgendering or anything. Where I come from, a lot of people call women love. You all right, love? How you doing, love? Thanks, love. That kind of thing. I don't find that offensive. I just find that as validating. Not that I need to be validated. But I feel that validating that I'm being called love or whatever. And I get other instances Well, some people may not like that these days, but I don't mind. So I got that this morning. So I'm passing in this garage with these guys. Yeah, passing. And I'm 6 foot tall. I'm covered in tattoos. You know, look like I see now sort of thing. I just had a tracky top on sort of thing, an Adidas tracky top. That was the tracky top that I used to wear ages ago, years ago, before I started transition. But it's a black Adidas tracky top. It's gorgeous. I love it. They're baggy on me because it is now. But I just love it. With my black jeans and the pair of Adidas Superstar trainers that I love. And anyway, that's how I was presented, just as me, a female in the garage, and never once got misgendered or felt like I was being misgendered. The guys was coming into the reception where I was waiting to have my card done, and they were looking at me. Now I could be thinking a million things. But guys do that, don't they? Guys do that. In the past, I would have felt, what are they looking at? Why are they staring at me? Have I been clocked? Are they like coming in and then going back out and laughing, joking, taking the mickey? You know, being sarcastic, but I didn't feel that at all. I just did not feel it at all. And like I said, where I work with the public, and I see hundreds of people every single day. Hundreds. I can't say where I work, but it's a very, very busy environment where I probably won't see all these people. Again, I work in kind of customer services. I'll say that. Customer services, dealing with people all day long. And there's so many different kinds of personalities that I have to deal with. Many different kind of moods that these people are carrying. It's really draining sometimes. Very, very draining. Overall, in my work life, now, these last few years, even more since January, I feel, maybe it's a psychological thing, when I went to Argentina and I got some facial feminization surgery, went all the way to Argentina for that, I feel more and more confident in myself. So I think it's probably been a psychological thing as well, because of the gender dysphoria that lots of trans people get diagnosed with when you go for medical assistance to a gender identity clinic in the UK. That's what we have. I hope you're following me, by the way, guys. I hope you're following me, and I hope you're getting information from this, because I'm being honest here. I'm like getting it out there. You know, I'm being honest about this. And so I feel like I'm passing. But then you get an instance, and I have lots and lots of instances just like what I had this morning in the garage with guys I deal with at work. Many, 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 many guys and families and couples and so on and so on. And I'm not getting misgendered. But I got one 2 days ago when I was ready for finishing work, and it basically devastated me. It put me in a deep state of shock. It put me in a spiral, because at the end of the day, I got diagnosed a few years ago as well with PTSD, which is due to trauma. I won't go into that because that's not what this is about. But I have this problem with trusting people because of this trauma that I experienced when I was younger. So also with transitioning, the effects of the transition and what that had upon my life, with the harassment I used to get, I still find it very, very difficult to deal with people. but I am valid. I want to say this now. I'm Louise. I'm valid. I'm here to live my life. And anyone who has a problem with me, that's their problem, not my problem. They're the ones that has an issue, not me. Let's just get that over to you. So, anyway, I had to deal. I'm trying not to discuss what I do. It's going to be quite hard to try and get the picture across. So there was this woman. What age was she? I don't know. She was like 50, touching nearly 50, something I thought. And I think she had a daughter with her, which was maybe not that very young themselves. I think they had 2 kids with them, and there's a bloke with them. And I had to kind of give instruction to this woman about their child. Just to guidance or safety, something like that. I think it was all about kind of thing to help them. And I didn't notice this woman looking at me at all. I don't even think she noticed me. I'm not even sure. But she says, this man says, this is how she said it, looking at a child, this toddler, she says, this man says, and I said, I interjected, is it? Excuse me. And she looked at me and she just went, don't start, I've had a bad day. That was absolutely unbelievable. Now, I'm not going to talk about what should have happened after that, how I handled it physically, what was said or anything like that. I want to talk about the effects that had upon me at that time. Because when I just said that, I said, excuse me? And looked at her, and she looked at me. She looked at me and she just kind of looked away and she just went, with her hand, she just went, don't start, I've had a bad day. Not only is that rude for a start anyway, disgusting, violent, who is she referring to? Me? Me? It's like unbelievable. I'm like, how can this possibly be me? How can this woman here, who I believe intrinsically, is that the right word? I am more feminine, look more feminine than this woman. I believe that. I'm not talking about how femininity as a whole, how that's supposed to be perceived, what the patriarchy says you should look like and what you shouldn't. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how I present myself in society compared to this person that I'm looking at. Yeah? Why did she say this? I don't know. Laughing at my accent because it's a Manchester accent. North Manchester accent. I don't know why she said that, but it hit me really hard. It affected me psychologically, and I couldn't at that time do a number on myself. What I should have done was just like concentrated on what I was doing and says, Louise, you are valid. Don't worry about what this person said because they're not important. But at that time I couldn't, because I'm so used to not being misgendered in any way, shape or form. And yet she said to that child, this man says, then I interjected sort of thing and put her in and cut her short so she had no time to say anything else. That affected me psychologically. And I went on a massive downward spiral the rest of that day. Yesterday I was in the same mindset, trying to get advice online, reading different things, how I should handle it. And now here I am talking and discussing about it because I feel that I am valid as the person that I am. And that person was not worth my time, was not worth the effort, was not worth my stress at the end of the day, but it affected me because of what I've been through in the past. Who can identify with this out there? Who can identify with this? There may be other trans people that are transitioning and going through these very same things, thoughts and feelings. But at my stage of transition, like a completed, finished, totally finished transition, I've finished. I just take HRT now for the rest of my life because I've got to do, like tablets. I have to take these for the rest of my life due to not creating any of my own hormones in my body anymore because I can't. It's impossible. I can't produce testosterone and I can't produce my own estrogen. So I have to take estrogen. It's a physical, medical impossibility, shall we say. So I'm on that for the rest of my life. This was, to me, very, very painful. Mentally. It affected me physically, it made me sick, withdrawn, depressed. Very, very, I couldn't do a number on myself. It's only just took me now to today to come around from this by realising that I am valid in who I am. I am who I say I am. And I want to say that to all trans people out there in society. You are who you say you are. Despite what society or the public might think you are, especially cis people, who a lot of cis people, I'm not talking about every cis person out there, cis people, you know what cis is, I've discussed this before, the people that live in their gender, their sex that they was assigned at birth. Now I'm saying that sex is different than gender. It is different. As the UK Supreme Court says, the only thing I will agree with them is that the sex you're assigned at birth, biologically, that's the sex that you probably are. I was assigned a male at birth, and I've never said that I'm a biological female, that make me my biological sex with female. Well, it's not. It's not. My gender is female. Some people just don't get this, and there's even members of my own community, some trans people that say, no, that's rubbish, Louise, that's rubbish. You can't be. Somebody prove to me then otherwise. I don't know how many people this video is going to go out to, but yeah, I was assigned male at birth by some doctor. And if he assigned me male at birth because of the genitals that I was born with, which the whole world is so possessed about the genitals of a trans woman, it's absolutely vile and gross. It's unbelievable because there's more to it than your genitals. That's another subject. So, what point am I trying to make? I'm trying to make the point that who else is going through this as a trans person? What can you do about it? It's a battle. It's a minefield. You can't control the thoughts and opinions of other people, but what I can't get through to my own mind still, why did I get called that? Why did she refer to me as that? Why? Of all the research and studying that I've done AI things and everything, questioning AI, this and everything, is from different perspectives, because that seems to come across better than what some humans can do. Totally, I believe. Because there's non-bias and nothing biased there, nothing judgmental and all the rest of it. So it's just like straight down the line. And this person may not have even looked at me, focused upon me, was even interested in my existence. She could have had genuinely a really bad day. And the mind could be aware with furries, if you understand what I'm saying. Up in the clouds with other things going on in the mind. Because I heard these people arguing heatedly after this incident that happened between themselves. So something could have been going on I didn't even see, but that hurt me immensely, what happened. So I just want to know out there who have these experiences. Is there anybody out there that has these experiences, and how do you handle it? What do you do about it? Maybe you're strong enough to just let it go over your head. I'm not. Not from all the time that I don't get misgendered anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? This was really painful for me. And I know now what I have to do in the future if this ever happens again, which I'm not saying it won't happen again, because I've read accounts where many cis women get misgendered as well. Biological born women get misgendered, and I'm like, okay, Louise, so if they do, you may. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm trying to look at it from all different perspectives. So I'm going to upload this video, and I hope it's informative. If you've got any thoughts, positive thoughts, constructive criticisms about this video, please, I would be interested in your thoughts. But if you're just a judgmental bigot who doesn't like trans people anyway, and we know so many people don't, that's not my fault, that's your fault, then I don't want to hear your opinions, because they're not valid, they're worthless. Because we all deserve to live in this world peacefully and live a full life. All of us, every single one of us, no matter what your colour is of your skin, what your gender is, if you've got a disability, anything, everybody is entitled, because they've been brought into this world to live a free life without being controlled by some manipulative, power-hungry despot, if you understand what I'm saying. I think we all deserve to live the life that we want to live, providing we do not hurt anyone else. And we know the human race is vile, can be vile. Just look at history and what some humans have done to other human beings. It's just inherently a disease in the human race. But that's another subject again. So please, if you're interested in my videos, you find them informative, helpful, please like and subscribe. Put anything forward that you would like me to discuss about me and my 8 years has it been transition that you'd like me to talk about. I've been through so many experiences as a trans person, as a trans woman, as a transsexual. You could possibly imagine living and working and breathing and existing in North Manchester, in England, in the United Kingdom. It's been a minefield. So I will love you and leave you, and I hope you enjoy this video. Take care, and trans rights are human rights, and trans lives do matter.